Yes, we are back. Professor Abougani.
Yes, my friend.
Give us your take. What do you think causes this malfunction in relationships where we see the women seem to be coming from Venus and the men from Mars?
The answer to this is diverse.
Diverse, indeed. Yeah, based upon, you mean the differences, one problem but different reasons.
That is what
I
I'm
take.
going to explain. If we notice, there are a lot of people in the Western Hemisphere that seem to be void of their culture. The men are not being men. They are not taking control of their relationships based upon false pride and low self-esteem. The women are running their head. But for a real man like me, oh no woman can run my head. In Africa, it is not like so.
And why is that?
Because the man is king and the women have to respect the king.
So how many wives are you allowed to in Africa?
We are allowed to have up to a dozen wives.
Well, I tell you that sounds
all
good.
of the wives are chosen by the head wife.
Repatriation, me say no.
So
what about
one pack and leave a man in?
Randomly one of those wives should choose to commit adultery? What about adultery?
No, that is where she would go wrong, my brother. The consequence for such an action is definitely death. She would be beheaded. They would chop her head off.
They would chop her head? They would sever her head? I think like, oh my God. So you mean she would die by beheading for unauthorized use of the genitalia, the vagina, the pum-pum, so to speak?
Oh, you mean that for
Oh
God?
my!
You mean
Could
Abougani the
you
man?
shut up?
What you mean that for
Could you?
Some of them women are really
Nonsense.
bad, you know.
Nonsense. Who is knocking on the studio door?
Amaru, stupid man, hopeless man, I'm shocked at your behavior.
Adube, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to stay in the car.
I heard you on the radio, and I heard you making stupid comments about the women in Africa and about me, your wife, How can you do that? You are a liar.
Adube, you will not raise your voice at me, Sit down and shut up.
I will not sit down,
woman.
and I will not lower my voice, stupid man.
Are you
Hopeless
defiant of
man,
me? I am a king.
Idiot.
I am your husband. You will not disrespect me this day. I am going to say to you, Adube, sit down and let us behave like civilized human beings,
Good suggestion. Okay, Mr. Abougani, Mr. Amaru Abougani, and your wife, Adube Abougani, as I take it. Professor, tell us, how long, what's the duration? How long have you been living here in the West, actually?
I've been living here over the past 10 years. And it is the worst decision that I've ever made.
It is the best
You see,
decision that
ever
you have
since-
made,
Shut up.
Don't
Ever
tell me
since.
to shut up,
Shut up. I
Don't-
will. Shut up, Adube.
What will you do,
It is the
What
worst
will you do?
decision I have ever made. You see, my wife, her mind is being poisoned
My
by
eyes
the
have
false
been
realities
open,
of
My
the West.
eyes are open, and
This
that is what you are arguing about,
The women in the West, they want to be equals to the men, and it cannot work. The man is king.
What is the matter with you, Amaru?
Nothing
What
is the
are you
matter.
trying to say? That the women must stay
Nothing.
home and the men are
Adube.
allowed to go out and cheat,
That is not what-
You have another
I
guest
am not
coming,
saying
Amaru.
that.
You have another guest coming at you.
I think I know where I go on with this power struggle thing here in the
Somebody.
West.
You know? Explain.
Yeah, I go and explain.
Take her
Yeah,
away.
I think the problem is that a man and a
going
woman
to
is different
kill her.
emotionally. And when a man can go out and, you know what I mean, he meet this girl and them, fuck run. Them just, them fuck. And while them a fuck, him no really have no connection, no emotional.
None at all.
No emotional connection to the fuck. And when him just come to him senses and him don't want to see that girl.
So how is a woman different in a similar act or a similar
A
situation?
woman for just know, say, most of them not equipped with that mental switch where like control the emotion.
I'm sure
So them for
some
just
of them
circle
are.
them like a pom-pom and behave themselves. Them can't be like a man,
Like an obedient child. And why is that?
Because no connect to the fuck where you go to the road and get. No, you just a fuck, you understand? It's like, say right now, alright, you're a big man. And big man and dad's no back fist, you understand? It's like, girl just learn with the pom-pom for use masturbate. That is not born, it's just a small bowl of cake. Well said. I agree with Mr. Muto. I couldn't have said it better myself.
You men are all the same, eh? You
Don't
think
be
that we women
paranoid.
are pushovers, eh? You think that we are only here for sexual pleasures and for
You don't say
procreation. Well, let me tell you something. I am not sorry for what I did.
What did you do?
I am not sorry for what I did.
What did you do? Tell me now. Hey, Adube, tell me now, eh?
I did what a lot of women do when they have been mistreated by their husbands.
You are a liar. You did not give the pussy away because I know how I left it. You did not fuck on me, eh?
You are a stupid man, eh? Listen to
calling
you.
me
You
stupid?
are so naive.
Shut
You'll
up.
be surprised to know the miracle that a cake so can do, eh? To bring back the vagina to its former glory, Amaru. Stupid man, eh? Idiot.
You dare hiss your teeth at me after trampling on my pride.
I am going to move on. I have found a better
What
man,
are you
eh? Who
saying?
will not treat me the way you do.
Adube! Adube! What are you saying to me?
What am I saying to you, eh?
Don't do this to me now.
I have already done it.
Shut
Shut up,
Adube,
your mouth, you
I love
stupid
you
man.
now.
Idiot.
Don't do this to me on public radio now.
Hey, the big man. Listen to the big man.
I love you
I
now.
don't believe in love.
Don't
and,
do this.
If a woman give away the vagina, or head will be chopped off, eh? What are you going to do, Amaru? Are you going to chop my head off? Hey,
Yeah,
here
man,
is
yeah,
the
man,
neck.
dead.
Chop it off.
You have
Chop
such a
off the
pretty neck
Amaru.
now. I
Oh,
don't
really?
want to chop it off.
I want to do that.
I love you. Don't do this. Adube, come back to me now. I let you run my head now. I'll even let you run over it. Don't do this.
Why Abougani? Me I tell you the truth. Me bet my money on lose, bro.
As a matter of fact, I have the number right here with me. Here, take this number. Please call my new
Don't do
boyfriend and tell him join us on the program, eh?
Okay, could you give this to the operator? Operator, dial this number out right now. Yes, I'm here. Renato Adams speaking. Oh, may I help? Mr. Adams, what a pleasant surprise. Okay, yes, you know that we are joining you from the Popular Spiritual program, of which you've been a guest recently on Volume 4, and we want your take on the whole subject of love and marriage. Just your whole take about love. What do you think about love? No, that is a very, what I would call a very wide subject. That is very vast and complicated matter. You understand? Because I'm going to say that when it comes to love, I love my wife. I am happily married at home.
Hey, Renato, how can you say that?
Who is this I'm talking to?
It is me, Adube, the love of your life.
From
Don't
where?
you remember? You told me you
don't
loved me
remember
when we were making love.
No, I am going to say something. I don't make love. Love has already been made. We just continue it. And baby love, don't get your African G-string all twisted.
Hey!
Because how I deal with
You are
certain
a
things.
wicked man.
No, you listen to me and make I talk, you say, woman. Make I talk, you understand? Because you don't back on some, I'm law.
You are not law, you're
I
a
am a
pig.
happily married man. You understand?
That is not
And
what
when
you
I say
told
happily
me.
married,
You're a
nothing is
liar.
wrong with my wife
You're a
and my
bastard man.
relationship. I have my kids and all those things at home. When I go home, anything that happen at road, stay at road.
Hey.
You understand? I'm going to say this, that I like to fuck.
Eh,
So
you are a
make me
user.
talk, woman.
You are
I
a user.
like to fuck a woman that is married, and you told me that you was married. You understand? Because
Shut up.
reason
You're
why?
a
No
wicked.
reason.
You're a liar.
The reason
You are
why
a
I like to
bastard
fuck
man.
these women that are occupied mentally, because I don't get the pressure. I get the pum pum and the breast, and the husband get the stress.
You see, the table has turned on you, Adube. It is not all that glitters is gold.
I have toiled and I have labored for this man for most of my life, and I have never looked at another man. All I ever wanted was for him to acknowledge that I existed.
But I gave you everything that you ever wanted. You needed nothing from me.
How about your affection, Amaru? You men think that because you give a woman a material things, you think that is all that is needed to sustain a relationship. I need to be loved and appreciated for all that I have done for you.
But it is too late, Adobe, because you've given the pussy away, and I am so upset at you.
I did what I did to get back at you, and in my endeavor, I have not only disgraced you, but I have disgraced myself.
How incredibly sad. Mr. Abougani, is this true, what she's saying? Is it?
I am afraid that it is true, my brother, but I have never intentionally hurt her. I fear that miscommunication has led to a great complication.
Complication indeed. A lot of people, they are hallucinating. They are chasing dreams. They are basing relationships on false ideologies. Indeed, there are a lot of women out there that are being mistreated by misguided husbands who need to wake up and realize that they should pay attention, or else their pum-pum might end up being distributed evenly among shareholders. The fellows need to know that hell hath no fury like a woman scorn, you see? And when a woman's fed up, there is actually nothing you can do about it. Quite so, yes. The perfect song coming up right here on Stir It Up. What's a girl to do when her man is wasting time? She needs your full attention and you're treating her unkind. It's clear she's being neglected and you're acting like you're blind. If you do not clean up your act, then take these words of mine. Somebody a go fuck it on you. Any man a walkie a go lucky down you. Want her back it a go monkey on you. You good girl turn chucky on you. Somebody a go ride her to death. Everybody a go say a that you forget. You want play around is a cat you forget. Ramp with good man a shot you forget. Neglect can often lead to regret. Yvette told me it's not corporate. Everything about upon disrespect. Him a treat you like dog if you run where the vet. Lie down in a bed in a your birthday suit. Call him to settle the China dispute. Him a act like say it's a minor dispute. I say him their country I do photo shoot. Take me advice and listen to me you. If the boyfriend a problem she get to the root. One of these days she a go tell you the truth. But if she want nobody can Bluetooth. Somebody a go fuck it on you. Any man a walkie a go lucky down you. Want her back it a go monkey on you. You good girl turn chucky on you. Somebody a go ride her to death. Everybody a go say a that you forget. You want play around is a cat you forget. Ramp with good man a shot you fi. Some women really deserve to be cared for. Your money make you feel fishy bought and paid for. No matter how your house, car and escalator. If you don't do what the vagina is made for, call our phone then you might hear me saying, I'm sorry, unfortunately you reached the voicemail of Anne-Marie. She can't come to the phone, she's coming with me. You have something to say, leave it after the meal. Don't try to blame me, you're so weary. Even though the phone card them kinda cheap. Stop waste a card and go on go sleep. Somebody a go fuck it on you. Any man a walkie a go lucky down you. Want her back it a go monkey on you. You good girl turn chucky on you. Somebody a go ride her to death.